G'day, this is Blxz here and welcome back to Geneforge 5. And my apologies for that last video. I turned my mic off, or muted it briefly, to have a drink and stop the slurping noise going through, and for some reason the button to turn it back on didn't work from in-game. So I will avoid doing that again. And you missed out on my absolutely thrilling narration in the last section. But onwards and upwards, let's move on and turn in this quest to Geneforge, the cowering little man. I killed Antonia for you, as you saw me do right in front of you. Geneforge nods. I am very relieved, thank you, it was a big help. You wait for him to offer your reward. It doesn't seem to be coming. You not so gently remind him what he promised. He sighs. Oh, that's alright. Loot a man down on his luck. Take all of the coins I need to get back in business. Here. He shoves a pouch of coins at you. I hope you're happy. You're going to reopen your inn now. Well, I could go in there, but I'm afraid you might have missed a rogue or two. They're sneaky that way. I'm just going to wait for Noblet to send... God, that's a terrible name. I'm just going to wait for Noblet to send some soldiers out to make sure it's safe. Do you sell anything? What? Are you making fun of me? Do you see anything here for me to sell? All my goods are in the inn, and I can't go in until I'm sure it's safe. Okay, well, let's go loot the shit out of you then. Money, money. More money. Thorns I can sell. Tunic, pants, and a studded belt, which is nowhere near as good as my belt. Oh well, let's keep looking through here. Gold ring, so I can use that gold ring with a perfect drag scale. Make something a little more powerful. Why is Meccan paralyzed with fear? Coward. Uses a lot of these buggers. I am about to lose my next Cryoa. Oh no, it ran away like a good little coward. If Meccan was helping, this wouldn't be such a problem. But okay, that battle magic saved me in the end. Who did we lose? We lost Bormak. Oh, looks like Sajik's going to survive for quite some time at this rate. So your creations do level up. If you really put effort and dedication into it, they can get quite powerful. I believe in Geneforge 4 Cryoas, if you got them early enough, by the end of the game could be on par with some of the later higher level creations, but I'm not really a huge fan of that. I prefer to, rather than min-max too much, I'm just going to play the game, let them get killed off as they die, and you know, move on to the higher creations for a bit more fun, a bit more variety. wonder if these ones are active. Yep, they're active. So if you look carefully at the lines, you can actually see where they're attached to. And later on, it can be quite a puzzle which ones to disarm first. They're blowing yourself up. Take those for money. And create Roma. Brilliant. These Romas are actually quite powerful. So I want leadership by probably about 8, I think. It'll be enough for me, at least early on. Might bump it up later. Something seems wrong. Someone is missing. You look back and see that Meccan is no longer at your side. She is standing by the road, looking unhappy. Before you can ask what is happening, she says simply, "It is time for me to leave you, Lifecrafter." This is what my kind calls your kind. You are not a shaper, but you have their powers. You have the powers of a Lifecrafter. They were shaped into you, probably with canisters. Maybe with a Geneforge, I can't be sure. How you got those powers, where you came from, these things don't matter. What matters is where you go now. Well, where are you going, Meccan? I'm returning to my people with the information I have gained. You will have to learn about the world on your own. Relearn, I mean. I wish I could guide you on this process. Meccan has abandoned all pretense of speaking like a loyal servile. Now she talks like a human, or a rebel. I am returning, at last, to the arms of the rebellion. I have certain capabilities. I am free to use them now. I was given enough power to help me escape. The Shapers would detect it if I was changed more than that. Okay, well, who gave you those powers? The Dracons. When I left, my kind and theirs were still cooperating. I will have to see if that continues. I fear it will not. No, I must go and report what I have learned. And I am desperate to be back to my own kind, if only for a short time. Also, you have shown worrying signs of loyalty to the Shapers and their doomed cause. I hope you'd reconsider. Oh well, farewell. Meccan nods. I only wanted to say one final thing before I go. Your path is not fixed. It's not too late to aid the rebels. The way of the Shapers is simply immoral. They are doomed. You do not have to die with them. Well, I still don't know, but whatever their faults, so beyond their faults, the Shapers are wise. It's essentially not following Shaper law that's led to this issue that we're at now, the whole war, people dying, so I'm going to serve them, I think. Meccan says, I will pass this on to my masters, and to the Dracons. I hope that we will not have to kill you. In the meantime, go south and meet Councillor Astoria in Meritev. She is very wise for a Shaper. Until we meet again. She turns and walks off. You move to follow, but a moment later she's gone. She disappeared in the span of a blink. You are alone on the path. Okay, that's less good. Considering I have... okay. I'm actually going to head back and recreate my little cryer again. Actually, I'm probably going to create a Roma, just for the fun of it. I believe Alhoon is the next one on the list. So some people have requested Vlish, as I said before, but I have not created any Vlish, so I won't add their names in just yet. But Alhoon will become probably just a base level Roma. Welcome, Alhoon. And let's move on. Sergeant Sergeant Noblet. An officious soldier is in charge of this camp. I just can't get over that name. He wanders around inspecting inspecting the creations and human soldiers. He barks orders. When he doesn't think anyone is looking, he raises the visor of his helmet and combs his mustache. He sounds a bit like a Noblet. When he sees you, he's pleased. For a few moments, he will actually have something to do. He walks over to you, makes a quick note on a scroll and says, "Sergeant Noblet, White Spires Gate. Access to the Meritiv is restricted. Papers, please." He holds out his hand. Show him the papers. He looks at the papers very closely. He reads them, then reads them again. "Fakes, most likely." He hands the papers back to you. "But I can't fault the floor I'm sure is there. I can't find the floor I'm sure is there. I'll have no choice but to unlock the gate for you." It supplies. The thought of irritating Shaper Rowell freezes Noblet's sarcastic reply in his throat. Slowly and resentfully, he leaves and returns with some of his limited stores. He hands you some thorns, a pod, a living tool, and some stale bread. "Well, I'll be going then." "You do that. Nice meeting you. Nice talking to you," and so on. "The Meritiv is right through the gates." He walks off, looking for someone to shout at. Well, he's a Noblet, all right. And wait, what's down here? Check everything out before I leave. No, nothing at all. Oh, hey, there we go. Yeah, if I was a ranged character, it'd be worth wasting a living tool on. But for now, I'm not going to bother. I'm very frugal with my living tools. I remember in Geneforge 4, by the time I got to the end, I had about 30 or 40 just sitting around. I never ended up using. Okay, we are in the North Mirror Road. Looks like we've finally moved out of the White Spires completely. And I believe we're out of the tutorial area as well. So if you download the free tutorial to this game, you can do the entire first area. You've got full access to everything, but you can't get the papers to go through. So old Noblet won't let you through. Like the Noblet he is. Model. There is a small band of refugees in this clearing. Refugees are a common sight in these turbulent times. Multitudes have left their war-torn homelands in the hope of finding a more peaceful place to live. Few succeed. This man speaks for this group. He approaches you nervously, clearly afraid that you are just another brigand. He extends a hand and says, "I am Model. I wish you peace, and I hope you give us the same." He offers you tea from a cracked ceramic pot kept warm by the fire. "We have had a difficult journey. If you own this land, know that we hope not to tarry here long." "Do you have any goods for sale?" "Everything we can sell, we have. What little we have left, we hope to trade for lodgings in Mera, if we ever get there." He might not be telling the truth. He might be concealing the extent of his wealth, in case you turn out to be a bandit, but you doubt it. "We hail from a small village on the north-southwest border of the Mera Fen. I doubt you have heard of it. Now that it has been destroyed, few will hear of it again. We came north, hoping to hide in the mountains. That effort was a failure. Several of the Unbound live in the Mera Fen. Usually the Unbound are hunted and destroyed. These escaped our soldiers, though. The Fen helps them to hide. One day an Unbound walked near our village. When it saw us, its natural instincts took over. The Unbound do two things: wander and destroy. Our sentries saw it coming, so all of the villagers were able to flee into the woods. We watched from a distance as our homes and crops were burned away. Then we left. We could no longer stay there, just more pitiful wanderers who had lost everything to the rebels. You rebel scum. Why are you camping here? We're going to Mirror. We think we'll be able to find lodgings and work there. And yet, our poor luck torments us at every turn. The main road to Mirror is blocked by a brigand, and we simply cannot afford to pay him. We are trapped here until we have a chance to slip by. Why do you think you'll have better luck in Mirror? The province is ruled by Councillor Astoria, who controls all from her citadel in Mirror. She is not yet tired of trying to care for those of her people who have fled from their homes. We hope to get to Mirror and find a place to live before her generosity fades, as I promise you, it will. Oh well, let's find about this brigand. His name is Koski. He's a servile. By himself, he would be dangerous. Worse, he has a pack of creations that answer to him. He demands money from all who would pass. We can't afford to spare a single coin, not if we are to afford food and lodgings in Mirror. So we are trapped. Oh well, I can get rid of Koski for you. I don't care where he came from. Adele looks at your arms, Nama, and nods. You might be able to. If you did, we could offer you little as a reward. We would be very grateful, though. Wink, wink. Okay. Let's go find this bandit Koski. There is a servile standing at this crossroad. Not your standard, loyal, submissive servile. He's filthy and has a feral look. He has a loaded baton in his hand and wears a horn around his neck. Any questions of his intents are soon answered. He points the baton at your chest and says, "Koski say stop. Koski take pay from all who pass. No pay, and Koski call many rogue on you." Koski eyes your weapon and thinks for a bit. He decides it would be unwise to demand too much. "You pay 5 coin and you go. No pay, and the rogue on you." Where are your rogues? He raises a horn to his lips and blows a single short note. He is immediately answered by the snarls of a number of creations from the woods to the south. "No bluff. I beat creations and they follow. They fight for me." Do you know who I work for? "Do not know or care. You humans hurt serviles, think us dumb, love to make you pay." Okay, well I refuse to pay him. And time to kill Koski. I thought I created another. Oh no, I created a Roma, of course. Meccan disappeared. Wondered why there are only 3. Okay, it's time to kill Koski. It's pretty powerful. I will need to bless. Koski looks down at the long bloody scratch he has received. He raises his horn to his lips and blows a single short note. Okay. He looks more powerful than I thought. And 4 thards. Now they're weak. Koski seems close to collapse. He realizes that you are too dangerous a foe. "You kill Koski. Koski can kill too. Koski not die alone." He raises his horn to his lips and lets out a long, low note. That could be a problem. But Koski is down. They're all going to gang up on me. It's a problem. Okay, this might be where I die. Nope. Very, very close. It's exactly the same. This could be a problem. There's too many more coming. Gonna need more cryoas, I think. Come on. We'll have to kill all the refugees up there. Ooh, ripping them apart. Do a little bit of quick casual looting while I'm here. And get out before they know. And it looks like they have killed the person who gave me the quest. That is a little bit crap. Oh, well, it doesn't matter too much. Well, after having failed that quest, I think I'm going to call it a day for now. So thank you very much, and tune in next time. Goodbye.